From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go, wide 80. 57's the mic. Here we go, going to 54, wide 80. Check your hot read. Watch the edge. Here we go, going to 54, wide 80.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike, here we go. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout. Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A toss play, Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Big grip.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
60 or.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready to go.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Box drop.
2nd and 6. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Watch tight end.
Bravo. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Okay, ready?
No, check. He's Mike.
Don't let him breathe.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Allen has it, left side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Where's the shot? 52. 52's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike 52. Mike 52. I got one.
Throwing. Prescott off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Check 52. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Got it.
40-yard line.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Snap.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one who has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
59, Mike to 59.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A nice little juke, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line 26.
Here's Prescott, letting one go deep for the end. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick taken near the 18. Oh, what a move. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for... And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Toss play, Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Here we go. Kill.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Under.
Hey, let's get this. Mike 52.
Now Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen. 94 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Returning, it's Benjamin.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
Go. It's wrong.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I got you, Pop.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Allen. 19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing? Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
57. 57's the off. 57.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Prescott on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Mike 57. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Kill.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Check. Fresno.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Switch.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Prescott's pass complete to Sammy Watkins. A gain on the play. First down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Now Gordon down right around the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Wide open receiver complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Saints on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Sammy Watkins with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Los Angeles.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to...
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man to